Welcome to our special program of the life of one of the most iconic figures in movie story, Marilyn Monroe. The life of Marilyn Monroe is a story that captured millions of people around the world. Recognized as an icon of beautiful and glamour, her life was full of the contrast and intense emotion. She is one of the most famous actresses in the story of Hollywood. In this presentation, we will explore the highlight of his life beyond the man she projected to the world. In section, we will explain the life of the actress who had signed, and in another moment of the program that we had the honor of interviewing with the actress. Let's explain.
Welcome. You will we explore the highlights of the iconic actress and symbol of popular culture. Our stories begin on June 1, 1926, when Norma Jean Morrison was born in Los Angeles, California, and she grew up. Norma faced a difficult childhood and withdrew several foster homes. However, her beauty and talent would soon lead her to discover her true destiny. In 1944, Norma, known as Marilyn Monroe, began her entertainment career as a model. Her distinctive appearance and charm helped her quickly gain popularity. In 1915, Marilyn signed a contract with 20th Century Fox and starred in her first major film, the Asphalt Jingle. Her performance turned heads and was the beginning of a legendary film career. The following year, in 1951, Mary starred in Niagara, with her sensuality and charisma established her as one of Hollywood's most dazzling stars. She counted her success with films like Gentleman Prefers Blondes (1953) and How to Marry a Millionaire (1953), which made her a romantic comedy icon. However, Marilyn yearned for more challenging roles and sought artistic independence. In 1955, she formed her own production company, Marilyn Monroe Productions. Her films Box Stop (1956) received critical acclaim and demonstrated his talents in dramatic roles. Despite her professional success, Miley's personal life is tumultuous. She was married and divorced three times, including her marriage to legendary baseball player Joe DiMaggio and writer Arthur Miller. These turbulent relationships and his struggle with depression and addiction contributed to the changes he made to surrender the star. In 1962, Marin filmed her last full-length movie, Sometimes Photograph. Unfortunately, the project was left incomplete due to production problems and conflicts with the studios. On August 5 of the same year, Marilyn Monroe tragically passed away at the age of 36. Her death left millions of fans in shock and inspired numerous theories and speculations. Despite her short life, Marilyn Monroe left an indelible legacy in popular culture. Her iconic beauty, unique style, and acting talent made her a timeless icon. Her influence has continued through the decades, and her image continues to be recognized around the world. Today, we remember Marilyn Monroe as a movie legend, a woman who defied the conventions of her time and left an indelible mark on entertainment history. Her life and legacy continue to fascinate future generations, and her name will lay on a symbol of glamour and talent.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this special interview. We have the belief in the timeless wisdom and advice from an icon who has influenced renowned throughout the decades. She captivated the audience with her grace, talent, and charisma, leaving an audience mark of born of the world of entertainment and the hearts of many. Today, we have the honor to exploring the truths and date from the legendary Marilyn Monroe for her journey self-confidence and empowerment to her insights of success relationship. We will uncover to the pearls of wisdom she may have shared, and let's step back in time and hear from the one of only Marilyn Monroe. She has impacted her and advised to inspire, uplight us all. So the first question is, What advice will you give to the women who are struggling to make a name for themselves in the entertainment industry? So, the first question is, what advice will you give to the women who are struggling to make a name for themselves in the entertainment industry?
I would tell them to never give up. Perseverance and self-confidence are key to achieving success. I would also encourage them not to let beauty stereotypes like them and to work hard to be recognized for their talents and skills.
Marilyn, what advice could you offer to people looking to stand out, express their individuality to how they dress?
I think the key is that you should embrace what makes you unique. You are what makes you feel comfortable and confident in yourself.
Next, what advice would you give to young artists struggling to find her voice in a competitive industry?
My advice you be to never stop believing in yourself. The industry can be chosen by it you're passionate about what you do and work hard you eventually stand out.
Next, how did you cultivate this self-assured and what advice could you give to those struggling with insecurities?
Trust does not arise overnight in could say time. Learning to accept your faults.
Marilyn, could you share an advice on how to improvise present and communication in public or professional situations?
When you introduce yourself, you should be genuine and maintain eye contact, especially in front of the heart. Consistent practice is also essential. The more you face those situations, the more comfortable you become.
And what advice could you offer to those fascinated hardship and how did you manage stay focused on your goals?
Challenges are part of life. The important thing is not to let them define you or hold you back. You should keep your goals clear and constantly work to achieve them. Find support in friends and loved ones, and remember that every obstacle can be an opportunity to grow.
So, what advice would you to give to young women striving to take control to their life and careers?
I tell them to believe is to stand on their capability. Don't let anyone define your worth. Pursue your dreams. Use determination. And don't be afraid to challenge stereotypes.
And Marilyn, do you have any advice on maintaining at harmony and taking care of oneself amidst of demands of fame?
It's crucial to find moments of solitude and self-care. You students think that you are just your variant. You are a complete person. Use his own desires.
Another question is, do you have any advice on how to find shared words that inspired others in a meaningful way?
It wasn't it would be genuine and identifiable in your expressions in for words comfort a place of authenticity. They would still resonate with other and leave a lasting impact.
And finally, Marilyn, what advice would you give to those struggling to reach sembling untainable goals?
I would tell them to never give up. Perseverance and self confidence are key to achieving success. I would also encourage them not to let beauty stereotypes like them and to work hard to be recognized for their talents and skills.